What's going on, you guys? Welcome to Talk Nerdy to Me, and let me introduce the rest of the panel. We have Dawson from Nerdy in Many Ways. Let me go. There we go. We got Ryan from the Real Burn Productions. We have Ryan Zierfeld, who's not even at his camera. Thanks a lot. And we got Phil Barker, host of Superhero Stress. So, guys, we just got done watching the intro along with Chapter 1, Don't Count It Batman, of Zack Snyder's Justice League, and that's what we're here to talk about. Is that first chapter plus the intro as well. So and here comes the fire himself, Anthony Sherfield of the ACS universe.
It's fire.
Man, we didn't get an intro clip. What the hell?
I know, right?
Oh wait, actually, and here comes Dawson Weidrich.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want
Dodson, we've got Dodson here. See, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Is this on private? I don't know. Is it? I don't think it is.
Is it public?
Is it public?
Well, he wouldn't be able to. He wouldn't be able to. Yo,
He wouldn't be able to comment.
If you were
You
trying
talk
to
to fish. Let's see.
It's public. It's public.
It's public.
Yeah.
Let's go.
If you're trying to put the other one up, the previous one, go into the thing in YouTube Studio and change it from private to.
See, I did that earlier, but I think because I was actually on it, it wouldn't let me do it.
No, but you probably can do it now. Once it's done,
I can do it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, guys, we just watched Chapter 1. So let me ask you guys, and we'll start with Dawson.
Bruce Wayne.
When we talk about just the intro itself, on how the episode starts, and I'm going to call it an episode because that's how we're watching it. We're watching an episodic format of how it started. I mean, the fact that you're taken back to that scene in BVS with Doomsday is stabbing Clark or Superman, and also he's got the spear going through his body. What was that like, seeing that scene again after all this time?
Well, I mean, it's just a fantastic way to round things, to start things off, and just the 360 shot with the I guess Doomsday's little what is it called? Like a freaking. I'll just call it a poking bone or whatever.
It's a spike.
Spike. Yeah, spike. That's the word. I couldn't think of the word. The spike. When it's going all the way through Superman and seeing how like devastating that is, it's covered in his blood and the kryptonite spirit going through Doomsday. Just beautiful, well-rendered shot showing all the intricacies of what's happening at the end of BVS. But I think my favorite part of that whole intro is the way that Zack does so much world exploration of DC in just a couple minutes of a montage of rounding off from the last movie, right? You get to see, of course, Gotham City. You get to see Atlantis. You get to see Themyscira, and just showing that there's this bigger world out there that's impacted by what happened in BVS. And that's just, again, another sign of Zack being a masterclass world builder when it comes to, filmmaking and just creating these amazing worlds to be immersed in. It's so much better than the freaking phone interview scene that Superman gets in Justice League. I can't even begin to understand why the executives at Warner Bros. At the time thought they're replacing that intro with the freaking cell phone interview with a stupid mustache-less Henry Cavill with a CGI was better. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But it is what it is. Anyway, it's a fantastic intro, in my opinion.
It's fantastic. Phil, what about you?
Oh, it's nothing short of amazing. I love the intro. I love the way it begins. I love where it takes us. We see the journey of Bruce Wayne. We see, the lineup of the ending of BVS. We see the mother box is open. We see Bruce Wayne try and recruit Arthur. We see Hippolyta fight Steppenwolf. It's just so much better. Just 40 minutes alone, this episode, if you will. There's so much to unpack, and I love it. I love this movie. I'm glad. Thank you for the invite for watching too. It was a lot of fun.
Of course. Ryan Zieberfett.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was very good.
Okay, Rivera, go.
I mean, talk about perfect introductions from all the different what it began with in BVS with the perspective of Bruce Wayne from Metropolis. Then we go to the perspective of everyone seeing Superman's sacrifice for mankind. It was really powerful. And again, the enhancements with Junkie XL's score really sold it as well. Cinematography alone set the whole mood so perfectly, way better than Justice League with just some, I don't even know what you would call those reshoots, or just they're atrocities compared to this opening for Zack Snyder's Justice League.
This complete atrocities. I mean, and that's it. When we were watching, I was talking about that as well. It's just when we got to watch it on the screener, I remember just watching it on this like 55-inch LED TV, and I was just like right there. And I remember watching it, and when it started off, as it kind of fades in, and you kind of see what you're looking at, like, oh, that's Doomsday, and this is back at that scene. I remember when I was watching it, I remember thinking, I was like, wait, what's happening right now? And then when I realized where it was at, I was like, wow, this is so incredible, because now it's like we're back. We went through all this for 3 years, and now we're back to where we left off. We're right at BVS, and you get to see Batman. The universe. Yeah, you see Batman in the Batflick suit. You see Wonder Woman. You see Superman. It was such a powerful scene in the score from Junkie XL. I absolutely loved it. I remember thinking, I was like, this is so perfect the way this is starting off. And then not to mention the shot of Lex in the scout ship talking to Steppenwolf. It's just wonderful. Fucking tremendous.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Aesthetic. To me, my favorite part though is Bruce Wayne like going through those mountains, and when the score starts ramping up, it's just such an eye-catching scene. Like I really
all over the mountains too.
You probably could, but I really wish I could have seen it like in an IMAX 4:3 aspect ratio, just full, just surround sound, like everything. I would.
Brian's over here trolling us now. Hope it's like car keys. Oh God.
A man I knew.
When I think of car keys, I think of in Wayne's World when like they're trying to sneak into that house, or the what is it? They're trying to sneak into that one place, and then like they go on the ground doing an army crawl, and then Garth is like, I landed on my keys. He's like,
go without me.
But no, the whole intro is so fire, and I love that we get to see the sound wave of his scream, like, and how far it travels, and then when it passes Lex, he almost smiles, knowing like he's dead, like like
does that little nod.
Yeah, like he died, like it worked, because right now it's at this point he thinks that he's winning. He's like, yeah, I'm winning. This is what I wanted, and it's just. And then to see the Atlanteans, swimming in the water, and then it shows the stronghold, and you see Mara, who looks a million times better than when we saw her in Aquaman, in my opinion, at least. I still enjoyed Aquaman, but I didn't like the whole. Like I know that Amber Heard also really pushed hard to have that red hair because she wanted to be like the comic book, but I mean to have it Ariel red, I thought that was a little too much.
Yes.
But to see her in this movie, like in the very beginning of the movie, and to see Atlantis and see the stronghold, I was like, dude, this is badass. This is exactly how it should have started from the start.
Yeah, no
Couldn't
question
agree
about it.
Nothing short of just peak cinema for comic book films.
And then not only that, but then it takes you to Themyscira. Where it zooms in, it goes through that that arch of rock, whatever that was, and you see and you go in through it, and then it takes you right into the stronghold, which is right there, along the cliffside, and all those Amazons are just standing at attention, just waiting. And the moment it moves, they all, it's like that's what they're trained for. The scene where you see the Amazon like walking over to try and touch it, it builds up a lot of tension in that scene, and I love how it does that. In fact, when I was watching it with my wife for the first time, it was like the first time she saw it, as she was walking over, even my wife was like, no, don't touch it, because that's what it's supposed to do.
She was talking to you, where we were sitting next to her. She's like, don't touch it.
So it built up a lot of tension, and
I'm sure it did.
You know what? No, you stay down there. You stay down there because
that's also what she said.
Naughty, Dawson. Naughty.
I mean, you keep serving them up, and I'm keeping hitting them out of the park. So
okay, so right now you guys have all been reshuffled, and you're all in order of how you pissed me off.
Oh wow!
Damn, I piss you off the most.
No, you'd be at the very bottom.
No, you're my friend.
So Anthony pisses you off the most, then?
No, right below me is the worst spot.
Oh
wow!
Oh,
I'm always on top. I'm always on top.
That's
whoa.
Okay, so moving on from that, so.
Anthony, what'd you think?
Oh, somebody cares about my thoughts.
I care. Ryan cut me off. So yeah, Anthony, talk to us about the intro.
No, yeah. Is this Ryan? Hey, Ryan, I appreciate it, man. Hey, cool.
Anytime, buddy.
Thanks for inviting me on, man. It's
Why are you gonna cut off Black Adam?
I mean, I like to boot Ryan all the time, but why did he get that?
I know. I get the brunt of it.
You want to know why? You want to know why? Really? You want to know why?
Oh, because I'm being an asshole. There was no take. There was no take
because that's who you are.
That's who you are.
That's who you embody.
No, really, just the first time I watched it, like the beginning, my favorite director, Zack Snyder, does have an affinity for putting on some fire like intros to movies. Watchmen being my favorite of all time. It's almost like you can't even put that shit into words. And so, like the beginning to this movie was, it was Zack Snyder, man. It was him putting that. Just think about like Ryan was talking about the beginning to BBS, like. He just knows how to do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nick was my screen because
Craig doesn't have a copy of the movie yet, but he lives in Canada, so they haven't made their way up there yet.
That's right. Yeah.
Canadians are like, well, we can get this movie.
The way that he does the intros, for BBS and also Justice League is very reminiscent of like Back to the Future, and I think that's why it resonates with us a lot because we get that. We're like, damn. It's the same freaking scene, but from a different perspective, and so that's dope.
Yeah, and it's just, and he came with the same fire with this one, and so like just seeing like once the picture like fades in, and you see the spike going through Superman, and it's just like from that perspective, like you guys have been saying this whole time, from the perspective of the rest of the characters that are there, Wonder Woman, Bruce. Fucking Lois, and they all just see it from that, and then his scream. Yeah, it's perfect. I think the way that it's done and the way that you see the sound waves hitting everything else, it kind of just like feeds into like the end of BVS when Bruce comes into the cell and he's like, "Yo, they've heard it" or whatever. Like that's you get to see them actually hearing it, and I think that. It could have been more well done. Whatever you want to say about if you're a fan of Justice League, if that's your thing, cool. But also, fuck you, because that shit does not compete by any means. There's no argument. Any person who likes the Justice League, there's no argument you can make with me. That's like we can have a civil conversation about it, but at the end of the day, none of what you say is probably going to make sense because you're going to be trying to make excuses for it.
Because like one is objectively better than the other. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
The other one's pure cinema. The other one is
pure cinema.
This one is pure cinema. The freaking Justice League.
Why did you say that name?
Is a piece of shit.
Yeah, no, because I'm all about like if you like it, that's cool. That's cool. But if I was ever to have a conversation with someone who liked it,
I mean,
versus this movie,
I've lost trust in them.
Enjoy Birds of Prey. Go ahead, enjoy that stuff. It's all the same.
I would rather watch Birds of Prey than watch
Justice
League.
Oh, I don't know. I'd watch Justice League over.
No, I
what?
I would. I'd watch it.
There's a bad take.
Just because I can fucking see my characters. I can see them again. So,
I'm sorry.
I'm good.
That's a bad take.
No. It's not. I'd rather. I'd rather see fucking mustache Henry Cavill.
Yeah, that was legitness. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Don't get mad.
No, that's it, bro.
Oh, he's
One
out.
more and I'm out. It's late. I'm tired.
Okay, so
you have pissed him off for the last time.
I really got into.
It's just. I mean, don't cut me off while I'm talking.
Oh my god. Okay, here we go. We're getting personal now. All right, so We got Doga with the $2 super chat. Just
Hey.
See, that's what that is, Andre. I don't know if you've gotten them before, but that's called.
That's what it's called. It is. I was looking for the comment, but there was no comment. So, but thank you so much. This is for you.
I take that over Justice League Superman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Who wouldn't? I mean, that's.
I mean, you really watched that entire movie? I mean, like you'd watch all of this.
I own Justice League. I do not own Birds of Prey.
But you didn't know any better then. You bought it because you thought, well,
I thought it was the last time I was going to see the group, right? I mean, if I could, I'd erase Justice League from existence.
Oh yeah.
But I'd also erase Birds of Prey as well. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
that's just me.
No.
That's just me because I can't stand those movies.
So this is something that we did talk about, and Ryan Zeberfed actually had an explanation for this. How on earth could WB replace that intro with the one in the theatrical cut? Now, you were talking about when we talked about certain scenes that were replaced or cut out. You were saying it's probably not so much of, oh, this scene sucks. It's more of how do we get it to be shorter?
Yeah,
they were on a time crunch, and also a lot of the visual effects hadn't been completed yet. So they had what was given to them in the dailies, and whatever was in the can, and they were like, we need to make a movie out of this, and we need to make it into this needs to be a 2-hour flick. So even though there's a lot of fire stuff in there, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that they were like, yeah, if this were in the movie, it would make a lot more sense, and it would be a better cut than what they gave us. But because they mandated the 2-hour watch time, that really cut the legs out of the editors. Whatever editors were working on this, along with Joss and company. I mean, that's their hands were fit to be tied, we'll say.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it was a bad situation for everybody. And real quick, Ill Life, he's gonna be live on the show this coming Monday. He's gonna be giving a live performance because the last time he did one over on Lean on Me, so check out that show as well, from hosted by Austin Lynn. He had a little bit of an audio issue, so he's cleared that up, and he's gonna have another performance live on the Nicotina show this Monday. So definitely check that out.
Fire.
Yeah, perfect
awesome.
excuse to have a flash fall on Wonder Woman's boot. Yeah. We haven't gotten to that point yet, but so I mean, we've spent this entire time talking about the intro. I mean, the intro itself is just so good. I mean, you see the end of the fight scene from BVS. You're seeing Lex in the scout ship talking to fucking Steppenwolf, like the real looking Steppenwolf that we saw in the
BBS
Ultimate Edition, because in the theatrical cut that was cut out because I guess time constraints is why
they thought he was scary and it didn't make sense.
Because they'd
be like, "Who's that, mommy? Who's that spiky individual? I don't know who that is."
Well, it's like they didn't understand it. They were like, "Oh."
But actually, literally, the movie came out, and then like the following Monday after its opening weekend, they put that scene out.
Yeah,
Warner Brothers literally released that cut scene on like YouTube.
I remember watching that too.
Communion. Yeah,
and I was like, "Wait, what the fuck?" Yeah. Like how you cut it out of the movie. The first weekend happens, and then you're like, "Oh, let's release it and let everybody."
Let's give you a deleted scene. It's like,
but wasn't it was the same thing? It was the same thing with BVS. They had they put that mandate, that restriction on Zack for his film to be such and such time, and then they were like, "We're going to release in a couple weeks or months or whatever. We're going to release this Ultimate Edition, which is going to give you 30 minutes extra."
Yeah,
and so that's why they released it right after that, because they were like, "Well, let's just release shit." Fuck.
That entire situation was fucked anyway, because it was like the movie opened in that March weekend, literally announced the Ultimate Edition coming out in a limited engagement, like that. The same time they put out that deleted scene, they also announced, "Hey, we're going to show you the uncut edition in a couple months."
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? What?
It's like, why didn't you just give that to us in the first place?
Yeah, it's like
that's too fast to announce.
they were like, it's got an extra half an hour that we thought you couldn't sit in a half an hour to this movie, right?
No, they
Like,
didn't.
No, it was butts in seats. It was butts in seats. They were
Yeah.
thinking Batman, Superman on screen, the first time ever. Let's turn these people out.
And that's what pisses me off about so many people who make these YouTube videos or do reviews on it, and they're essentially basing it off of the theatrical cut.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's unfair because that wasn't Zack's cut of the movie. I mean, it is to a certain degree, but it's not the official cut of the movie.
Well, they do that because that's the main. Unfortunately, it's the mainstream of the film. Not everybody has seen, and still to date, not everybody has seen the
Not
Ultimate
everyone has seen
Edition. So,
Right.
yeah, I mean that's why they use it, and that's sort of the benchmark or the I guess the reference is the first film that was released, not the director's cut or the Ultimate Edition rather.
Well, I mean, and Drogo 52, to answer your question, why would they cut out a scary Steppenwolf, but they would include King Shark ripping the in half? Because they realized, like, oh, you know what? People actually like this shit. Fuck, we fucked that one up again.
That's funny.
It's because
That's
it's
funny.
dumb fun violence. That's why.
Yeah.
Hey, and here's the thing: if you piss off Anthony, this is what he'll do to you right here. Fuck you.
I mean, he is Black Adam, so
He's Black Adam.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
I'm telling you.
No, but it also serves the
I'll get you out of here.
I mean, as far as us, us in this fandom, we all know that it got really close to $1 billion. BVS did theatrically. If they had released the full 3 hour cut, it would have got there. It would have got.
It would have been in theaters longer, and it would have had more legs, and people would have gone back and watched it multiple times.
Yes.
A lot of people didn't watch it multiple times because of the theatrical cut. They were like, "I don't understand the story.
Yes.
It's missing some things." I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. Man of Steel was, for a lot of people were like, hey, I like Man of Steel, and some people were like, well, you know what, Man of Steel wasn't what I'm used to, but I'll let this grow on me, and this one at least has Batman in it, so I'll watch that. And I mean, I agree. I think if they had played the long game, this whole fandom, the whole theatrical DCEU or whatever would be in a completely different position than it is now.
Yeah. Now, Phil, I know that you have to get going, so I do want to thank you for joining us for the watch party and joining us for this post show.
I'll be back absolutely for the following episodes. I just really want to give Dave some love because it's the Patreon fan stream, and I haven't seen him, talked to him in a couple months outside of being on last night's stream.
And then, real quick, I did put a post in the chat. I said, take the time, answer the post, the poll that is, and it says, which would you rather watch, Birds of Prey or Justice League? And we'll see what the fans say. And as of now, actually, Birds of Prey is winning 89% to 11%, but only 9 votes. Only 9 votes. So,
Only
guys,
9 votes.
if you're watching at home,
Where's that?
The 9 people that are watching.
put your vote in. Every vote counts. Every vote counts. Don't ever let anyone tell you that your vote doesn't count, because it counts here on this show.
Your fandom
Absolutely.
is
Count all the votes.
Yeah.
They all count.
Count the votes.
All right, Phil.
Thanks again for the invite.
We'll see you guys next time.
Be back for
Phil,
part
thank
2.
you.
Take it easy, guys.
See you, Phil.
All right.
see, man.
I just end the show. You're like, oh, what?
Yeah, in the show.
Phil ended it right there.
I know. I'm like, all right, Phil, and we'll see you guys next time. No. everyone else is like, hey, it's all about Phil? What's up with
Damn,
that?
we only got 25 minutes of content. Shit.
I got ripped off. So the intro, we can all agree, fire. Absolute
Yes.
fire.
It's fire.
It's fire.
I'll speak
20 out
for
of 10
you.
intro.
And really, it sets the tone for the entire movie. It's so brilliantly done. So now we move into chapter 1, which is Don't Count a Batman, right? And we see that Bruce is now and actually no, hold on a minute. Was him walking trying to find Aquaman, was that part of chapter 1, or was that still part of the intro.
It goes
Once-
to black as soon as he's about to enter that little tavern.
The little tavern, yes, and then it goes
Yeah.
to black and it says chapter 1. Yeah.
So let's talk about that then, because that's still part of the intro. We get the epic soundtrack or epic score as you're seeing all the mountains and all the snow and that build up of Bruce trying to get to that small little fishing village where he knows that Aquaman is at. I mean, even that right there, just a huge build up and just an epic an epic proportion. I just absolutely love that. Do you guys have anything you want to say about that scene in particular?
I mean, apart from like the visual beauty of it, the significance of it for Bruce's character arc is really fascinating. Seeing him getting on like a horse, like Dark Knight Returns style, to go outward to find these other individuals to recruit them. I think that's it like the way that BVS ends with his character arc of him willing to what's so funny?
There you go. No, a zebra fat. There you go, right there. Jacob Lee's got your back. They're both ass movies.
They're both bad. Yes, they're both horrible.
They're both bad.
At least with watching Justice League, I can see the guys that I want to see.
Look at Vega. Birds of Prey was ass.
Yes.
None of them.
Yes.
Vega's probably like, I'm not even gonna vote. Fuck that. But Rivera, go ahead.
No, I was saying like the way like BVS ends with him like changing back into that person, that the kind of Batman that we all like wanted to be familiar with, the one that we like know and love. That continues on in BVS with him like willing to cross the threshold of going to recruit these other metahumans to fight whatever is coming to Earth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I also think too that leading off what you just said, like you see that journey, but when he gets into the tavern and he's like, how did he get here? Yeah, and Aquaman's like, he said he came on foot or whatever. And he's like, impossible. I was like, fucking Bruce
Batman.
Wayne.
Yeah, he was
You know
like,
what I'm saying? Like,
he's like, how did he get here?
He's like, impossible.
He's like impossible.
He climbed the mountain. That's what he said. He
But
climbed
that's
the
Bruce
mountain.
Wayne, though.
Yeah.
Bruce, like that's that character would do that type of thing. And so like, that little piece with the fire score and like cinematography leading him to that point. Once he gets there and that dude says impossible, I was like,
yeah. I wonder if the village people were just watching. They were like, "There's a motherfucker coming down the mountain right now."
Yeah.
Like, who is this?
Yeah.
They're like, who does that?
And he's on a horseback. How did he get the horse?
How did he get whose horse is that?
How did he climb a mountain with the horse? I don't
You just
know.
see him climbing barehanded down the mountain.
Yeah.
So here's a question from Gavin Cooley. He's also a patron of the show. So thank you, Gavin. It says, much love, Nicotine. A quick question for the panel in the chat before I hit the hay, even though it's only like 10 o'clock. So I don't know what you're doing.
It's 12:54, but in real time.
In real time. What is more scary, an evil Batman or an evil Superman?
Evil Superman.
Superman.
Evil Superman.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree. So
Evil Superman just fucking
That is
destroys
power
everything in the path.
Yeah,
Did you
because
see Heroes Park?
Yeah, did you see Heroes Park? And
Literally.
Evil Superman is way more scarier than Evil Batman.
Yeah.
Because
What
there's nothing
the fuck
that can
is
stop
Batman gonna
him.
do?
Yeah.
Did you see the Nightmare
He's gonna
Sequence
fly
of
the
BVS?
Batwing really
He's
low.
gonna throw a batarang at me.
Yeah.
Nightmare Sequence of BVS, the
Yeah.
Nightmare Sequence in Zack Snyder's Justice League, Superman.
And
is-
Heroes Park as well. Like,
Yeah.
just-
Chapter
I
one.
mean, though,
Superman was-
have you seen the Batman Who Laughs? That's kind of terrifying too.
Yeah.
I don't think it
Oh,
compares
yeah,
to
I'm-
Superman.
Batman Who
The
Laughs.
Superman who laughs would probably be worse.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I mean,
the Batman
I mean,
Who
hold
Laughs is so great. And this is what I'm saying. Okay, I know for some people, I sound like a fucking broken record, but I want to see a series where you get to see the Batman Who Laughs, where you get to see Deceased, where you get to see all these different stories played out, even in the animation. I want to see those.
Well, do you want to know how terrifying
Oh
Batman Who Laughs is?
no.
He uses a certain form of kryptonite to make Superman devour his family and kill himself. And if that, it's like a red kryptonite. And if that doesn't terrify you, I don't know what does.
I mean, that's pretty
a,
hardcore. I like that, but
yeah,
Superman's
Superman that
Superman's
laughs.
still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's still
he's
going.
still
Batman
wrecking
did his
shop.
best training in the mountains.
He did train with the League of Shadows.
He goes, evil Superman, Gavin, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Injustice Superman versus the Batman Who Laughs.
Injustice Superman.
Injustice Superman. So he gets to the village, and I like how Phil Barker pointed this out before he left, was that the scene where Bruce kind of walks up to that ridge to look down on the fishing village is reminiscent to the scene in the Nightmare sequence, where he looks over, and the same with the goggles, how he brings it up, and he has the hood, and it's just it's amazing how they have how Zack put in this kind of connective tissue between all of his movies. Just kind of showing you the parallels in the story. Like,
yeah.
It's just.
Hey, you got a new member.
We got a new member. New member.
Fucking tremendous.
Fucking
Right. So you expect something in the mail.
It could be a finger.
Could be a finger.
It could be anybody.
A horse's head.
A horse's head.
It's gonna be a brand new copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Let's go.
And for Drogo 52, this one is for you.
Yeah, that was legitness.
Yeah, it was. Huh?
Because it's straight legit that you became a member. So thank you so much for becoming a member. And Gavin had a comment earlier. What's up, Chris? It's good to see you here, man. If you guys haven't seen Chris's art, dude, he's a phenomenal artist, man.
Yeah, check him out.
He's fucking top notch, dude. He says, "Yeah, baby."
Was he Austin
just
Powers?
send him your address where you want that copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah. Go ahead and put your address. Send it care
I'll
of
send you a digital copy when I get it from Anthony.
Nicotina.
He's got to bootleg it first.
I know.
Yeah.
He's got to bootleg it.
So no, but Vega has a good point here. He says color grading in the Aquaman scene at the beginning was great, dark and gritty, like things should be. Exactly.
Telling you, the color grading is it's crisp. It's just perfect.
It was how it was meant to be seen, and then how it was filmed. And then when you watch Justice League, you're just like, why does everything look so shitty? Because they didn't know what they were doing.
You see a lot of pink, oranges, blues, greens. It's just disgusting looking.
It's disgusting. And the fact that his blue suit looked like this, and they had no idea, like, how come his muscles are so accentuated? It's because he was going to go back and change it to a black suit anyway. So
that shit looks turquoise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said more, not turquoise. Anyone can name that movie, I'll be very impressed.
Yeah.
What?
Nobody named it.
I've seen cosplayers do better than that.
I said if anyone can name that movie I just quoted, I'd be very impressed.
What was it?
What?
I said more, not turquoise. Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf? I was gonna say
yeah,
Monty
that's right.
Python.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyways, moving on.
But no,
tremendously disappointed.
You gotta say tremendously disappointed. Like that.
You deliberately disobeyed me.
So he gets into the tavern or the town hall, wherever the fuck it was.
It's a little tavern.
The tavern
town hall meeting.
The town hall meeting. Because there's a new person in town, so it's like, hey, we gotta have a meeting. And so, I absolutely love how.
What's your family name?
What's your family name? Is that you think, oh, he can't speak the language. Obviously, yes, he fucking can. He's fucking Batman. Of course he does.
Yeah.
And I've said the story before, but like when I was watching with my wife, I remember when he was looking around, they were laughing. My wife was like, see, I don't like this because if he's Batman, he should be able to speak the language. And then he speaks the language. Immediately after she said that, he does that line. And she was like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I was like, exactly.
It's like you keep
I'm just
watching.
glad that they didn't have that stupid that drawing on the wall.
Oh my god.
That shitty fucking stick figure drawing.
Like I would not be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if Joss Whedon himself drew that.
Yeah,
that's how bad it was.
I'm gonna make this nice doodle so the audience understands better.
You probably had Jeff Johns.
There's the
do it,
three
like,
boxes: one for the land, one for Atlantis, one for Themyscira.
And then let me
And then
draw
Aquaman in
Jason
the middle carrying
Momoa.
fish.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no. And the color grading in Justice League too, like everything's all blue and like just
So saturated.
it's disgusting.
Yep,
No,
it is.
it's just so bad. I was trying to find an image of it right now, and I can't even find it.
Yo, don't
It's so bad.
don't
No,
download
I'm not even
an
gonna
image.
waste
Your
my
fucking
time with that
computer will
shit.
just
Just implode.
It'll
Like,
implode
what are
on
you
itself.
making me process?
Yeah.
Yeah, like why are we doing this? Why?
And we're not talking about the best line in that whole scene. Fucking Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce
Bruce Wayne.
Now,
Yeah.
let me ask
That
you
is
this question. When I when I got the screener that most of us got to watch it a little bit in advance, when I watched the movie, when he pulls the card out and he goes Bruce Wayne, it faded to black and then fades to the next scene, which I was like, why is it doing that for? I don't know if
That's
it was
odd.
just, I don't know if it was my version that I
yes.
had. Do you remember that?
It did that.
It
does
did that. I remember I was like, that's odd. Why is it fading?
I don't know. No,
That's weird.
It does that though.
Like, did it fade to another scene or did it just fade?
No,
it just faded, and then it went to the
so
next.
he turns the card, and then it just fades, and then it just it's.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, I
It
do
was-
remember that.
It was weird. I remember I was like, why would he do that for? That's strange.
Or I think it.
Did the editors accidentally put like a transition in the fucking
Yeah.
screener?
Hold
Man.
on, let me see something. Is it still? Oh shit! I ain't got to pull up more. No, I had it pulled up, but yeah, dude, I think. Damn it, you're right. It does do that. I
It
remember
does do
something
that,
weird
but
about
it
the-
doesn't do it like on the HBO Max, or I haven't seen it. Or I think on the physical one, it doesn't do it either. But it did it on the screener. I remember I was like, oh, that's weird. That was the only thing that was like, it threw me off. Then when I saw the on HBO Max, I'm like, oh, it doesn't do it. So it must have been something that was just in that version of it for some reason. That's kind of weird. But so he interacts with the people of the village. He does it more like Bruce Wayne or / Batman would do it, which is so much better. When he grabs him, throws him against the wall, he pulls out the money, and the little girl grabs it and takes over to like the whoever's
Village
in charge-
elder, yeah.
village elder. But I love how that plays out. While like in Justice League, that didn't even happen. He just throws him against the wall, and so he goes,
you can talk to Fish.
Arthur Curry.
He's like Arthur Curry.
Protectors of
Or
the
you
ocean.
talk to fish.
You
Dude.
can talk to fish. You know what I mean? It was like, but they cut that shit out, and that goes to show you that was a Jeff Johns written scene. And we talked to Richard Citrone, who was a stunt double for Ben Affleck. He did all the Batman, or a lot of the Batman, and he even said, we asked about Jeff Johns' presence on set. He said he was a really nice guy, but he said, yeah, he goes. He was writing scenes on set. I know because I saw him doing it. He was literally writing scenes on the set.
Yeah.
And that's something that's been talked about as well. That was happening on the set, and so even to hear him say that, yeah, and even to hear him say that, I was like, wow,
probably just a little worm going around the set writing this and that. He's like, this is gonna be so fun. It's like trash.
So.
Heard you talk to fish.
I heard you can talk to fish. Yeah, it's
Zack,
funny.
Zack.
That's good stuff.
Zach, let Jason say that. He's like, that sounds fucking stupid, dude. He's like, just do it.
He's like, all right, we'll just throw it in there, whatever.
I'm gonna call Toby Emmerich on you if you don't do anything.
Yeah, Toby wants more comedy, and I can bring it.
I can bring it.
I can
Zach,
bring it.
Consider it brought.
Zach under, but he's like, fucking Toby.
But then that leads to the next scene where he basically he's talking to Bruce, and he goes, "It's worked in Gotham for 20 years." He goes, oh, that shithole. That was cool. And I loved how when he got in the water to leave, it didn't have that awkward backwards jump into the water that we saw.
It was like a belly flop.
Yeah, it was like,
He,
what?
belly flopped into the ocean.
But the fact that they even shot that scene, they wasted the time and were like, hey, let's shoot this. I want to see him jumping in the water, because
and I also want to see him say, I don't mind if the oceans rise. What about if they boil?
With terrible green screen.
Yeah, he's like,
gosh.
Yeah, he goes, people had it coming, right?
Yeah.
They destroy the ozone or whatever. It was just like, what?
Like, okay, why go heavy handed?
Because he was forced to add. I shouldn't say it was forced. They added dialogue in that stupid scene because they cut out the song. And so it was like, how do we transition out of the scene? Oh, we'll just add some more dialogue and that'll do it. Not good. It was not good.
Never
Did
Take it
Aquaman
over.
like yell out that Bruce Wayne? Yeah, he's like, "You're out of your mind, Bruce Wayne from Gotham City. You're hella rich. You own
Yeah,
Wayne
yeah.
Enterprises."
At least nobody
guess-
knows the language.
Yeah, they're like, "I don't know what he's saying."
No. I see shirtless. I see shirtless man god in water.
I know.
Yeah.
I drew him on the wall.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Well,
sniff
he
his
even
shirt
says
now.
too. He was like, "You ever heard of Superman?" And I think it was in Justice League. He was like, "He died next to me fighting." My point exactly. And then he does the strongest man, strongest alone. He's like, "That's not a saying. That's the opposite of the saying." They added like a whole bunch of dialogues to that
Yeah.
scene,
Mhm.
which was like totally unnecessary. But it goes to show you that a director like Joss Whedon took it upon himself to add more dialogue, add scenes to help transition those scenes into how he felt it would be a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like he left that scene the way it was and then added a few things here and there.
And then also he looked at the Lois and Martha conversations like, there's not enough thirsty jokes in here for my liking.
Ugh.
Can we do
Also, he's
something
having a
a
Daily
little more
Planet, a very different-
sexually explicit?
This also has to take place at a very different looking Daily Planet.
Yes.
And he's like, "Who's your source?"
Oh, that guy was
Oh.
the worst.
Oh,
It's
it's a
a
she.
guy.
Gotcha.
And she's like, oh gosh.
Dawson loves the rhino, by the way.
Nope.
I've heard that.
Yeah, from him.
Big fan. Yeah, from me. But no, that whole scene was so stupid. God. Okay, so I know, Anthony, you got to get going. So thank you for
Yes.
being here.
Yeah.
Hey, tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow is kickoff for the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see football because I mean,
Football.
I'm serious though. I'm a huge football fan, and I can't wait to see NFL action just like this.
Second down and 4. Kaepernick keeps it. Fooled everybody.
Anyway, so
That was 17 years ago.
that is I love playing it because it just
You know
pisses
they
me
lost
off.
that Super Bowl that year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They
They
beat the
lost.
Packers.
No, but hey man, I
Maybe.
appreciate you having me on. I'll be here for the next one. That shit was fun, like rewatching the
Yeah.
the chapters. We'll try to find a I'll look at some shit for you. The I think like Google's like I don't know what it's called, but it's almost like their conference room type shit.
Oh, it's like
better,
meetups or team.
might be better suited for this so that people can actually see it on screen.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not live. It's not coming out live, but you can still watch it with your members and shit without
Well,
having to worry about.
I understand on Discord you can do that, but it'll have no sound. But at least you can see what's happening. So I don't know.
Well, so you got a week. We got a week.
We got
You got a week.
You got
I
a
give you a week.
I gotta figure
You got
it
a week to
out.
figure this out or you're fired.
Or we're taking the streams to our channel.
Your head's going to be on a stake.
Oh, he says, by the way, I'm the guy who made the collab of everyone's name on it as supervillains. Did you guys see that earlier?
I don't think
On
so.
Twitter?
Yeah, it was on Twitter.
Oh, hey, bring it up. Bring it up.
Oh, I gotta find
Yeah.
it now.
Make sure you like the post too.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
Like it before you bring it up on the screen.
I know. Otherwise, Ryan will call me out.
Ron Rivera, I need to hear you say you got a week.
You got a fucking week, Andre. A week.
A week.
To straighten this out.
Droga,
Yeah, you gotta.
if you have the tweet, put it here in the chat because I can't find it right now.
Is the
I don't
first
know.
name Ivan? Ivan Droga.
Ivan Druga.
There you go.
It's the
there
verse
you
of
go.
Drago. Yeah.
I make
All right.
names of
It's
collaboration.
actually Axel.
What?
Yeah, it's actually Axel. Axel Droga.
Like
Axel
Axl Rose.
Droga.
Dude.
Yes.
I'm working it. What do you mean?
Huh?
He's
I don't
working it.
He's working it. Oh.
Hey, Saturday, Sunday morning.
Let's see.
Hey, I'll holler at y'all, man. Hey,
All right,
good
later,
talk.
Anthony.
All right, man. Have a
Bye,
good
Anthony.
night. Have a
See you,
good
man.
night.
So we'll wrap this up real soon.
Oh, here it is. Okay, let me share my.
Okay, there you go. You got it.
I think, yeah. There's Nicotina show.
It's Axel.
All right, it's Axel.
Oh, look who's here! I didn't even realize it. It's Sickness, and he's in the house.
There you go.
Any longer than that, I get hit with copyright.
There you go.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I was like, what? and there it is. There it is. See,
And so Nicotina is
I'm
Two-Faced.
I'm Two-Faced, motherfucker.
Sickness made it. So
Yeah, who was Sickness?
who's sick? I don't know. Sickness, you know Sickness. You just played the
No, what character is he over, you idiot?
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
that Gentleman Strange? No. Is that no?
I've been here the whole
The fuck
time.
is- I've been here the whole time.
He's been
That's
lurking.
that. No,
I'm not on there.
No, you guys aren't on here.
No. We're not. We're not.
I texted you guys earlier. Oh, they're not on here. Well, at least I am. That's tight. And Sickness too. So,
Ah.
I was like, Sickness got on here tight.
That's a little disappointing, Sickness. I thought we were better friends than that, huh?
But he didn't make
He
it.
didn't make
Oh.
it.
Oh, I thought you said he didn't make it.
Droga made it.
Droga.
Mhm.
I didn't know Droga before today, so I guess that's fair.
Yeah, me too. So.
That's for thinking that Sickness did it because you're wrong.
I thought you guys said that he did.
Wow, you
Okay,
gave
so-
props to Sickness
Fuck
versus
yeah, I did.
Droga, the actual creator.
What? Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I know. What,
I was like,
hell?
oh, you're coming at me.
Like,
I
I'm
was like,
done.
what
I'm
the
leaving.
fuck?
It's-
And Droga, it's fine.
I'm
Don't worry
outie.
about it.
He's near the bottom right corner. Yeah. I was gonna see next time I'll include you guys.
That's all good.
Right
Don't
on.
worry.
Dawson's like,
If
well,
we
can
get
you
it's all fine.
Yeah, he's like, can you delete some names, maybe? Like,
Can
oh,
you delete some names?
Like, put me at the top with Zack Snyder.
Yeah, could I be Superman?
No, Batman.
So
Hmm.
where were we at?
Batman's
with
not
this?
even on the image.
Where were we at with this?
Let's go around
You
the
were ending
horn.
the
Where
show.
can everybody find you?
Well, no, we're not done with the episode yet. We're almost done with the episode. So we leave Iceland where he meets Aquaman,
Mm-hmm.
and then we go to we see Lois Lane getting coffee and then going to Heroes Park
Yeah.
because she's still in
Zack
mourning.
Snyder's in the coffee joint.
He's having a cup of Joe.
Cup of
drawing.
Joe.
And we get to see the real Jimmy Olsen actor cameo.
Yeah,
He's the cop at the Heroes Park.
he's not working the desk.
Yeah, now we're on the desk with a fire score playing in the background, which then transitions into the scene in England where the terrorists are taking over.
Wonder Woman.
Was that like what was that place anyway?
It was the Old Bailey in London. It's like a famous courthouse or something
The
like
old
that.
Bailey.
Oh, Bailey.
Mhm.
So he takes they take them hostage, and there's a lot more scenes in that scene that were cut out.
Mhm.
Especially when Dawson pointed out where he said, if you guys, any false moves or whatever, you're gonna have a lot of dead kids. They're like, oh, get rid of that. No, can't have that. Can't have that. So, and then what I love so much about this scene is when Wonder Woman busts through the door. I mean, she comes in there looking to fuck people up.
And she
Whoa.
does.
And she does. And those guys don't even touch her. In Justice League, they touch her because that
Yeah.
one guy hits her with his gun.
I
It was
always
like-
hated that.
It
Always
was
hated
such
that.
a weird scene. Like, why did you include that? I mean, I wonder. I mean, did Zack shoot that as like an alternate scene, and they just said, "Nah, screw that,"
Mhm.
or do you think they actually went back and shot that scene again? I don't know.
I think they
It could've
just.
been
I
an
think. I
alternate
think they just
take,
cut
or
that
it
little
could've
part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could have
Cut that
been
little part.
editing.
It was
they could've-
definitely editing.
Yeah.
It's just bad, all
Yeah.
bad.
It would have been better if like he went to hit her and the gun just shattered and she didn't even
Yeah.
move or
Or
something
just
like
bent
that.
hella hard. Or he's like, "Oh my god,"
Yeah.
But no, she literally kicks all their asses. She grabs that one dude, throws him, catches him again, and throws him, and his head goes right in the wall. And
Yeah.
there's that big blood stain, which is badass.
Nobody is alive in that scene. They're all just dead.
And like the way she blocks the machine gun bullets with her
Mhm. Her super speed and her gauntlets.
her gauntlets, like it was just like,
Yeah.
holy fuck. I mean, it just shows you that she's such a powerful
Badass.
a badass, exactly.
Mhm.
If it was Wonder Woman 84, she would have came in with just
Believe it or not.
Walking on air.
yeah. Patty Jenkins is like, that's great what he did. We're gonna do something different, and
It's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be fire. I can find it.
Ugh.
God, I don't even have it loaded up. Forget it. Anyway, I played it the other day too. It was just kind of interesting that I can't find it now. Anyway, but yeah, it's just like, what the fuck is happening? So she comes in, whoops all their asses, and then she jumps back down and she's able to save all the people, all the hostages, and then she fucks up the dude at the end with her gauntlet attack.
Just
And she
obliterates him
essentially
completely.
incinerates him.
Yeah.
You know, and they got rid of the stupid line of the I don't believe it.
What
She goes,
are you?
What are you? A believer? Like what?
I'm a believer. Like no.
They're like, oh, this would be perfect if it was Batman, because then he could say, I'm Batman.
Exactly.
It's way better in Zack Snyder. She just like fucking believe it because like you're dead, and then she just obliterates him.
Yeah.
So she wipes him out, and that's a great introduction to Wonder Woman. And plus, it shows her, you know, inspiring hope in the children. When the girl goes, "I want to be like, you know, can I be like you? You can be whoever you want to be." You know what I mean? So it's like she's someone that people can look up to.
She kind of lies to her a little bit.
She's like,
I
that's
know.
great. I can stop bullets.
She just dies right after.
Yeah.
That you know what? That must have been what Joss and Jeff Johns said too. Like, oh, that's a lie. They're lying to her.
Joss Whedon and Jeff Johns.
It's kind of a shallow way of looking at that scene.
I mean, it's just a funny way of looking at it.
It is a funny way, but it makes you wonder.
Because I mean, she's the daughter of a god, so
it's about the encouragement, though, Dawson.
I know
exactly.
Encouragement.
It's just funny.
When you have kids, they'd be like, "Dad, what can I? You know, like." I want to be someone great. Nah, good luck with that. This life sucks.
I tried that. Look where that cop.
I'm on fucking YouTube.
I'm a YouTube sensation.
I'm on YouTube.
I'm gonna have that exact same look on my face too.
I'm on YouTube and I build AC units. I keep the world cool.
And heaters.
And I keep it warm. Some like it hot.
Cool weather in schools.
Some like it hot. So then after we see Wonder Woman, yeah. After we see Wonder Woman, and what's great about this whole thing is that like now we've been introduced to all the characters, and we even had that scene of Cyborg who's already back at the apartment at this point.
We didn't get introduced to Ezra.
No, he's the only one who's left out.
We're not introduced to the Barry Allen character until part 3.
Yeah, but even Cyborg, we see him back at the apartment, you know, turning around and looking over at the mother box that's starting to come alive, which was really cool.
It's like Cyborg is teased throughout part 1 and 2, and then we get his full story in part 3.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So then it takes us to the last scene of the episode, which is basically the arrival of Steppenwolf and Themyscira, which is an absolutely fire scene. Everything from the special effects to the acting to the score to the lighting, the coloring, everything about it is phenomenal, and about 100 times better than what we saw in Justice League.
Because in Justice League, he comes out and he's just like, "Mother." That's the first thing he says. It's like, and before, like, I love the fact that, you know, it's the parademons that come out first to point at the Amazons, like, don't fucking try anything or else we're shooting.
Well, fuck.
Like like the Armada comes out first, and then Steppenwolf comes in and he starts looking around at all of them.
Yeah, because in the theatrical cut, we'll call it that. In theatrical, he lands first by himself, and he looks like a big action figure, as Everfed always says. He looks like an action figure.
Action figure hands.
Yeah, and he stands up. He's like, "Mother." And right away he gets on his knees, like, "So long we've been separated."
It's like, why isn't anyone shooting him in the face? Like, just start shooting.
Right.
They're like,
she's like, "You will touch like you're welcome here." He's like, "Oh, I think I will." And then he slams his axe.
Yeah,
like all cool and shit.
Like, okay, let's go. That's the sign. You know,
that's the sign.
It's like
that's a sign. All right, we're going out of business.
Here's your sign.
It's such a oh god, it's so bad. And this
Yeah.
one, he has like he comes down, he has this epic and almost beautiful line where
Yeah.
he tells all of them, "I'm here to enlighten you
To the great darkness.
the great darkness. I will bathe in your fear." You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah.
that's some menacing shit.
Yeah.
And they're
I
not
just
even
love
afraid
the
of him.
way I love the way he says defenders. He says it so like mockingly. He's like
Like,
this poor excuse of a planet. It's so
And
cool.
I also felt like too, if you his dialogue or like the way his dialogue sounds in Zack Snyder Justice League,
Mhm.
you can actually hear Kieran Hines' voice in that.
Yeah.
In Justice League, it just sounds like a weird dude.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound right.
It sounds like Hines' voice, but without any like reverb or touch up with like the sound of it. He's just but in Zack Snyder's Justice League, you could still hear it, but it sounds more alien the way he talks.
Dude, I love that video that Ryan has of with Seven Wolves that goes "Wah!"
Oh yeah, when he comes out of the water.
it goes to the jaw scene.
I saw one with the Little Mermaid music. That was hysterical.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that scene. Can you share it with us real quick? Right.
Yeah. Hold up.
I saw one with the Little Mermaid when he pops out. You hear the do.
Yeah, it's so horrible.
Oh, do I have to click
But no, what I love so much too is that like the Amazons are actually like they're fighting him with everything they have, and like they're putting up a fight. While like in Justice League, he's just like he comes across as like a creep. You're
Yeah,
like, dude, what is going on here?
and like it's just, and then you hear like even in Justice League, you hear like these weird noises he's making, like these overly sexualized grunts. It's like, yeah,
You're like, wait, what is this guy doing?
sounds like a horny grandpa. It's like, what the fuck?
Run! You know what I mean? You're
Run! It's like, ew.
Joss is like, I know how to make a good villain.
Yeah, he's like, I want to channel my inner self into the Steppenwolf character.
In the Steppy.
Yeah.
And then the scene where the stronghold that they have falls into the ocean was absolutely incredible. The fact that that was not even in the theatrical cut is mind-boggling. Like, come on, how could you not have that scene? That's unbelievable. And then obviously he comes flying out of the water and he attacks the Amazons. The badass scene where Steppenwolf, like, kills the Amazons and is fucking them up. He's a force to be reckoned with. And it's just a phenomenal episode. I mean, just based on the intro in chapter 1, it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
There's no flaws in this, in my opinion, at least. I can't find any like true flaws in this, and anything that is a flaw in terms of like how it was filmed or whatnot. You gotta remember too, he couldn't go back and do reshoots. He couldn't go back and do these pickup scenes that he wanted to do. No, he had to literally just use what he shot, and that's all you get. So I mean, it is what it is. But overall, dude, fucking badass, dude. You guys, thank you so much for joining me on this.
Of course.
We're gonna do it again next week as well. It's actually gonna be earlier next week because I gotta work next Sunday, so I'm gonna try and do it earlier in the day, so everyone will be a little more awake. Because for me, it's only 10:24, but everybody else it's like super late.
It's 1:30 a.m., but I'm still up.
Yes,
still up.
It is.
Dawson's like, I gotta. Hey.
Dawson's like, it's way past my goddamn bedtime.
You're dang right it is.
I need
You know
my
what
glass of
happens-
warm milk to be tucked
You know,
in with my silk pajamas.
Ryan knows what happens when Dawson stays up too late.
Oh God!
Whoa.
Stop showing that.
Oh.
Why
It's
the hell do I
terrifying.
deserve that?
Oh man! Yeah, he's.
I'm sorry. You got to replace. It's the other way around. You got to have the other character be you. That just makes more sense to me.
Well, you have to have the other character be me.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works. Did you find it, Ryan? Did you find the video?
No.
Did you find the spear?
No, I found where I edited it.
That's all right.
Yeah, no.
That's all right.
I
We're
see
gonna
when
move
I
on.
did it.
We're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Dude.
The blonde Amazon who fires the mother box with an arrow right before she's killed looks like one of my friends.
She looks like Philippus.
I read it all epically.
The blonde Amazon who fires the mother box with the arrow right before she's killed looks like one of my friends.
LMFAO.
LMFAO.
Oh gosh.
And the thing too, so far, like as far as that scene was, we still have not even seen this big bad, which is Darkseid. We haven't even seen him yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And
only
it's
got a
already
mention of him
been
in part 2.
Yeah, exactly. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Smash that like button and hit that notification button as well, and subscribe to the channel. Think about becoming a member, as I do giveaways almost every episode. I didn't have one today, but I will. I usually do one. I try and do one at least once a week. So definitely think about becoming a member, and definitely subscribe to Real Burn. Subscribe to Nerdy in Many Ways. And subscribe to Zeverfed as well, because Zeverfed he needs some love.
I need some love
because he puts out some fire content, and all three of these guys put out some fire content. And real quick, we'll start with Ryan Rivera. Where can they find you?
Y'all can find me on my YouTube channel, The Real Burn Productions. You guys can also find me on my Twitter at The Real Burn, and my Instagram is Rye_Rivera.
All right, let's go to Dawson.
You can find me on YouTube at Nerdy in Many Ways, like it says right here. Also on Twitter at NIMW32 and Instagram. And you can check me out on Facebook if you want. The last of that's posted on Instagram ends up being on Facebook anyway, so you can either follow either or. And yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's always a fun time.
Of course, man, of course. And then Ryan, Zeverfed, where can they find you?
You can find me on all forms of social media.
Yeah.
Zeverfed. And with these guys on 4 Nerds on Thursdays. So, and hey, check the video.
Oh, did you post it?
No, it's in here.
Oh, here we go. I love this. What's this? Oh, that's a good one.
Oh my god! Damn. Bully Tina is eating.
There you go. Bully Tina just got eaten.
He couldn't find it, but he just did that one anyway. Yeah, and guys, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. I know Dawson always tells me don't ever say please, but I'm saying it right now. Please subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, he does.
You gotta threaten them.
Smash that subscribe button. It's right down there. It costs you nothing to subscribe.
Become a member.
It does wonders for the channel. And hit that like button, which is the thumbs up button, and consider being a member. And be a member to Nerdy Many Ways as well, because he does a lot of content throughout the week.
5, 6. He has 6 members.
No, I was counting the amount of times he said consider being a member.
Oh, consider being a member, guys.
Okay, let's go around the horn. Everyone can say it once. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, guys, definitely smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys next time. And we'll be watching Chapter 2 of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Juiced.
Just end it. You just gotta
this needs
The Snyder cut.
He's just clicking buttons now.
I'm just clicking buttons. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Let's do one more.
What does this one do?
What does this one do?
Does he look like a bitch?
He does.
He does. All right, we'll see you guys next time.